Hello, callers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with Ousmane Dembele, as it has been reported that Barcelona are ready to advance renewal talks with a 25-year-old in February next year. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Hector Bellerin, it has been reported that Barcelona will not sign a right back in January, as Hector Bellerin and Sergi Roberto are set to stay until the end of this season. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, before we get right into the full story, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. If you're just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are very welcome. Consider liking the video and please watch the video right up to the very end. Ousmane Dembele was one of the protagonists of the French team that reached the 2022 FIFA World Cup final in Qatar, but his poor performance against Argentina at the Lusail Stadium has left him at odds with the French media and fans alike. However, in the aftermath of that defeat, Dembele is thought to be determined and very hungry for trophies and wants to help Barca achieve something significant during the second half of the campaign. To that end, Barca have also been left impressed with Ousmane Dembele's conviction and want to send out a clear sign of support to the attacker, following harsh criticism of his performance against Argentina, according to reports from Dario Sport. The report suggests that FC Barcelona are very happy with Dembele's commitment. They also recognize the fact that the forward requires a contract extension in order to commit his long-term future at Camp Nou. As such, FC Barcelona are keen on advancing the renewal talks to the month of February. The club believe this is the right time to hold contract talks, especially given the fact that the player is not attracting too much attention in the transfer market. Dembele had extended his contract at Barcelona in the summer, signing a new deal until 2024. But there were great sacrifices made from the player's side, who settled for a relatively lower salary in order to continue his development with Xavi. But with the Frenchman now emerging as one of Barcelona's best attackers, the club are ready to hand him a new deal that may not only increase his salary, but also secure his long-term future at the Camp Nou. However, Barcelona may face a few roadblocks in their quest to renew Ousmane Dembele. The club have already found it so difficult to officiate the contract extension of Pablo Gavi due to the financial fair play rules, and one would expect the club to similarly issue same thing when extending the contract of Ousmane Dembele later this season. The future of Ousmane Dembele have been making some headlines lately. Of course, the player's contract expires in 2024. He did extend his contract this summer transfer window that just passed. And he has been performing really well, but even though for me, he's not that consistent, to be honest. Xavi has been hailing Dembele to the highest level, calling him the best winger in the world and names like that. And of course, due to the impact of Xavi, due to the fact that Xavi likes him a lot, it does not surprise many that Ousmane Dembele's contract, might be extended very, very soon. And according to this report, the February 2023, Barcelona wants to extend his contract by that time. Dembele, of course, had a good World Cup, but towards the end of that World Cup, it was terrible. His performance was absolutely terrible. Against Argentina, he was highly criticized by the media and fans alike. Didier Deschamps did not even hesitate to substitute him, just before the half. In fact, in the first half, he was substituted alongside Olivier Giroud. Dembele had a very poor showing in that World Cup final. And for me, to be honest, as a fan of Barca, that guy have been ghosting a lot in that World Cup. Very few times that you see him make an impact. And definitely, he does not even know how to score goals. He had 0 goals in the World Cup. So let's see, as they are saying that, Xavi wants the club to extend a contract. I think definitely Laporta likes the player as well. And it won't come as a surprise that Ousmane Dembele stays for Barcelona even longer. They don't want to wait until the dying minute of 2024 before they extend his contract. Barca want to extend a contract as soon as 2023. The player, of course, according to the report that came out yesterday, that he's very hungry, very determined to win trophies after the disappointing World Cup loss to Argentina. And Ousmane Dembele is determined to come up strong as soon as the league season resumes. So let's see what Dembele has got. Of course, definitely he has good moments when playing for Barca. His assist, his pace, he's so good. And definitely we wish that he continue to make the right decisions when trying to score goals and also continue to be consistent. That's very important in his game. If he can keep the consistency in every match, then definitely he will be far better than what he is currently. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Barcelona right back Hector Bellerin has decided to see out his current contract, meaning that he will continue to serve the team at least until the end of the season, according to Spanish publication Diario Sport. The former Arsenal fullback was expected to be one of the casualties during the January transfer market. This is mostly because Xavi wants a specialist in his position and Bellerin has generated an ample amount of interest across Europe. As quoted by Sports, Serie A side AS Roma wanted to explore the opportunity, either on loan or with a letter of freedom, but the 27-year-old has decided to stay at the Camp Nou. Up until the season was halted due to the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, Xavi's trust in Bellerin was extremely limited due to his irregularities and constant injuries. But now that the season is heading into its business end, he is expected to feature more. Meanwhile, it must also be noted that Barcelona will have the service of a certain Sergi Roberto until the end as well. This means Xavi can feature as many as 4 players at right back spot, which includes Bellerin, Roberto, Jules Koundé, and Ronald Araujo. Now, Koundé did express his concern about playing at the position, but it must be remembered that he played as a right back for France during the World Cup journey as well. As far as the January transfer window is concerned, Barcelona will not sign a right back due to the continuity of Bellerin. Now, it's not the plan that the plan will stay intact until the summer. On the contrary, the team will research the market for specialists like they did last summer when they chased a certain Cesar Azpilicueta. But for now, given the lack of income, there will be no activity with regards to a new right back. A search for a right back have been the talk of the town, when it comes to Barcelona transfer news. Hector Bellerin have played, very poorly, to be honest, even though injuries have also contributed, but Bellerin have not lived up to expectations, and Xavi, according to reports, is not happy with the player's performance. Even sometimes we see even when Hector Bellerin is fully fit, but Xavi will decide to bench him and use Jules Koundé as right back because Bellerin is still not, he has still not find his way into the team. And there have been a lot of talk about Bellerin who might be sold in the January transfer window just coming in the summer. But definitely, it seems as though those rumors are not true, as it has been reported that Barca want Bellerin to see out this 1-year contract he signed, alongside Sergi Roberto, whose contract comes to an end once the season closes. So Barcelona have no plans whatsoever to sign a new right back. They will manage with the 2 players that they got. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye for now.